Well, Colts training camp is winding down and the first preseason game is a few days away. I went out there to Colts camp to check it out for myself. Let's talk about what happened out there. Hello guys, and welcome to Indiana Sports Connection. I am your residential anchor, Aaron. Thank you so much for being here and being part of this Indiana Hoosiers and Colts community on here. Making this video on Thursday, but I was out at Colts camp yesterday. We have a report from our roving reporter, Aaron, not the residential anchor that you're talking to here. So we will hear from him in a few minutes out there at Colts camp, what he has to say. And big news coming out of the Colts camp. What happened on Wednesday? Yeah, what does this mean for the Colts going forward? Maybe we'll get more information about this. Big news with Josh Downs. We'll talk about that a little bit later in the episode. But I had an absolutely fantastic time going out to Colts camp. And that was my first time going out there to Grand Park at Westfield. And I will say, if you live up here where I live in Fort Wayne, Huntertown, but it was just a really easy drive, really easy place to get in and out of. You don't have to go all the way into Indianapolis and deal with the traffic and all that stuff, but we'll talk about it all on this episode. But I do have one other thing to talk about, something I picked up the other day, and I do a lot of shopping at the Goodwill. Here recently, it's become my most favorite place to go and rummage through all of their crap and look for stuff. But sometimes you come across things there that you've never seen ever before in your life, and that's when I picked up this. This is a KFC Fire Log. You see, you got the Colonel Sanders right on there. So what this is we're going to open this thing up right now. You put this in your, look at this thing. Put this thing in your fireplace and fill your home with the delicious smells of Kentucky Fried Chicken. I plan on burning this during the Kentucky game next year, but boy, the things you find at Goodwill, you just never know. So this is a KFC Fire Log, 11 herbs and spices built right into the log. And I just love going to Goodwill because sometimes I had to share this with all of you because when I saw this, there are very few things that you see and you're like,
what the heck is that? And this is one of them.
Kentucky Fire Log. I just had to share that with you. But if this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button down below. Hit that bell notification and hit that thumbs up button. If you want more videos about the Colts and about the Hoosiers, you want to send these out to people all over the world, hit that thumbs up button. It'll send the video out to more and more people. Share the video. It's easy to share a video. There's a button on there. You press share, copy the link, paste it in your messages, and send it to somebody who loves the Colts because the season is coming quick and there's so much stuff to talk about with the Colts, especially coming up here soon. I'll be making a lot more episodes because there's going to be a lot more news coming out about the Colts, and then that'll lead right into Indiana basketball. It always comes so quick. I know I've been slacking. Thursdays at 4:30, I've been putting out a video every Thursday, but I'm going to ramp it up so I'll be making more like 4 or 5 videos a week in the coming week. Now that we got all of that out of the way and you subscribed, you did all that good stuff. Now let's get into talking about the Indianapolis Colts. All right, so roving reporter Aaron calling roving reporter Aaron at Westfield. So tell me what was going on out there in Westfield. What's going on? Let's go to him. Thank you, residential reporter Aaron, roving reporter Aaron out here at training camp in Westfield, reporting on the Indianapolis Colts. Wednesday, August 7th at training camp. Josh Downs, this is about the only thing big to take out of this. He goes down, Nick Cross falls on his foot, ends up, we don't know what the injury is, whether it's a high ankle, God forbid, an Achilles, but Josh Downs goes down. That is the biggest takeaway from this. We wanted to see today the offense. We wanted to see the offense get into some rhythm. I got some clips here for you of Anthony Richardson in action, a few of Flacco in action, and the entire team and some of their 11-on-11 drills. see more of Anthony Richardson getting rid of the ball, seeing the ball come out of his hands. I saw a couple of passes when he was throwing towards the sideline. Came out a little bit high, a little bit floaty. We'll see some of those clips in here. But overall, I think the Colts are looking pretty crisp. It's hard to get a good idea this early in the season because they're still in that preliminary process. And until they really get into some games, see some things at a little bit of a faster speed, then you're going to really see them really start to make some progress when they get into this first game. Great time out here in Westfield, Indiana. The weather did not cooperate. The weatherman was really, really wrong. It was drizzling all morning long. So many of these clips, keep in mind, I mean, the ball was slippery. So it's, that is a work in progress as well, something to work on all the time, but real life conditions out here. I saw Latu coming off the edge in an aggressive way. He looks like a real problem, and he looks like a real game changer at number 97. Latu. A.D. Mitchell, saw a few balls go off of his hands. I don't want to make these preliminary judgments way too early in the season, just because these guys are just getting together and first working out. But you can definitely see the size on that A.D. Mitchell is something. I mean, that's something to be dealt with. Your roving reporter, Aaron, coming to you from Westfield, Indiana. Back to you, residential anchor Aaron, back in the studio.
So there you have it. I mean, Josh Downs, that's what happened. Nick Cross, they kind of collided in a funny way, and Nick Cross came down on his foot. It was unavoidable just how it happened, and he let out a big scream. So we're waiting for news on that. And
reporting live from his forehead, Josh Downs out 4 weeks with a high ankle sprain. We know that now. Back to you.
he is AR's go-to guy. And of everybody out there, as far as continuity that AR has, Josh Downs is his number one guy that he's most on target with and most comfortable with out there. So speedy recovery to Josh Downs. I hope it's just an ankle, even if it's a high ankle, praying it's not an Achilles. I have some more clips of the team, and I have let's check out this montage of training camp and just a little bit of more of what they have behind the scenes there. So check out this montage here of what the Colts offer at training camp. So I love that little... They had a Peyton Manning statue, a replica of it, and they had some old things, the view of the Colts. Like to see that. It was Salute to Service Day, so that was really good. All the service members lined up and got a football, and were able to get all their footballs signed by the team. So that was really something special to watch. And that giant football guy, love to see him out there as well, honking everybody's horn out there today. Just in such a good mood. Everybody, yes, you get a car, you get a car, you get a car. Yes, everybody. Everybody's saying, what's up to Kylan Granson? Everybody loves these players in training camp. It's not till they drop a ball week 5 until you're ah! There you go. But right now, we have forgotten about all of that. Although I didn't see Goodson out there. Maybe I just didn't spot him. But I did see Sermon drop a ball on one of those clips. And whew, that kind of gave me a flashback of last year. I thought I was watching Goody in the final game. But, man, I think this Colts team is looking really, really sharp. Shane Steichen signed an autograph, too. He seems like he's a man on fire out there. I will tell you, he runs a very, very tight ship. Although when you watch them practice, it does not seem that much different than like two-a-days in high school football. Because, I mean, high school football is like you blow a whistle, everybody kind of goes station to station. You got all your stations lined up, and then you kind of they did 11 on 11 at the very end for 15 minutes. They did more of like the 7 on 7 drills. I think early on in the practice they were doing those, but I had a great time out there at Grand Park. Huge complex. Like out there's a bunch of baseball fields, a bunch of soccer fields, just crazy. And this is like the furthest like north of Indianapolis. I would say Westfield is like that's on the perimeter of what's being developed right now. Yeah, I mean, a great little town in there, and yeah, probably a really great place to live right now too. So yeah, I just had a great time really checking out everything, seeing the sights out there, going out there for the first time. It made me feel a lot closer to the team, and to see them throw in person, you can really tell. Like Joe Flacco is a guy who can really deliver the football in a pretty way. I mean, his throwing motion and just how he delivers the ball.
It's really pretty. It's pretty, okay?
I love to watch that type of stuff. Like, that's kind of what I'm watching. Like, how's this guy built? This guy looks like he has weak ankles. There's one clip in there. Jelani Woods caught a pass and then went right up the sideline. And I remember thinking, because he's had these continual leg injuries. That's what it's been for him, hamstring. But I will say, he looks super skinny legged. Like, I don't know if that's a bad thing, but you look at Mo Alley Cox, I'll tell you, of all the guys out there, Mo Alley Cox looks like he could be in the WWE. I mean, this guy is built like a brick shithouse. He's like 6'7", and I mean, just all around, this guy is huge. So, I mean, he could be in the WWE. He'll be suplexing people in that, but when he's out of the NFL. But man, just getting out there that started to, really spark my fire for football. Saturday, they got a game. We're going to be watching that. And then we'll see, if Anthony Richardson can get in there for a series. But this is it. It's kind of like the last weeks before football. I mean, we got Hoosiers play on the 31st. Colts play in 30 days or so. So it's coming quick. And then all the sports are going to be starting up. Just going there, started revving my engine up for the season. And I can't wait for this season for the Colts. It's going to be really interesting what's going to happen no matter what happens with this team, because we have a lot of high-level talent. I will tell you, Leatu as well. This guy's impressive. Off the edge, I thought one time he had Anthony Richardson, and they're not supposed to tackle him. I think he stepped up on one of those clips, but Leatu, an unbelievable talent. You can see this guy has those quick twitch muscles where he's just, he's just right off the edge. And man, whoa, we have not had a guy like that since Robert Mathis left, and we've been looking for that guy. Because look, we don't win that Kansas City game if it's not for Robert Mathis. When you need a guy to get over on the quarterback, you got to have one of those guys, and it makes all the difference in the world. It really, really does. A lot to be excited about. This was a great time. I would suggest it to anybody. Go out there on one of the free days or on one of the $5 days. Wasn't a huge crowd out there, which I think made it even more enjoyable, but thank you for watching this episode of Indiana Sports Connection, and until next time, stay classy out there, Hoosier and Colts fans.